Welcome. Good evening. My name is Kwabena. I want to share with you love requires commitment. Love requires commitment. Love requires commitment. They say that love is feeling. And if you're a young man, your understanding of love is when you see a beautiful woman who you tell something to, and maybe for the first time you get somebody who seems to believe in you, who seems to understand you, who seems to welcome you, and then we think that is love. Or maybe you're a young woman or a woman, then you meet a man. They show interest in you, they have time for you, they give you attention. Then we say that we are in love. And so all human beings have a certain understanding of love. I think that we are all wired in a way to respond to it. I think it's in us. I think we actually operate with that. I think that life itself is love. I think that for us to understand life, we should have a good understanding. What they call love, we should have a good understanding of what they call love. And so every human is looking for this thing they call love. I don't know whether we all have the same thing. I don't know whether we all for this thing we call love, depending on the level of life, on that and the definition that to this we call love. And I think that all humans, one way or the other, understand love from their level. And it's the profession of some people to define love for us. I remember when we were in school, I happy to see people in red in some days. Then they said that it was Valentine's Day and it was Day of Love. Not everybody knows that was the Day of Love until some people whose specialty was to Valentine's Day was the Day of Love. So all humans respond to it. Even the most wicked wants to be loved. And so love, my understanding is that it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of commitment. It may have different faces. Some people may call it feeling, some people may call it whatever they want to call it. They say something they call brotherly love. They have something they call wife. Maybe there's a love for your wife and your friend. There's a love for, they call some love for God and those. But I think that we are all engineered to respond to love. And that's why every human that you express love, it's like all humans depend on air. Love is the same to the human body. If anybody was born in a hatred environment or in a hateful environment, their development is different from those who were born in an environment where they were appreciated, they were accepted, they were understood, and they felt like they mattered in life. And so your understanding of love is actually equal to your understanding of life and what we even call success in life. Because all humans want to succeed in this life, and all humans have a better chance of. So there is that what we call love, and it's for every human being. So your understanding of love is really your understanding of life. And it's not just about feeling. It's not just about romantic love like the way they are expressing it today, which is good. I think it's good for people to express romantic love today than to go somewhere to kill somebody. But I also am of the opinion that if you will ever succeed at what they call love, it will take sacrifice. It's not always at peace. It's not always peaceful to express love. It's not always convenient to express love. You stand the chance of being misunderstood and being ridiculed because you have a heart of love. And so if you were like me, maybe when you were a young man and they told you about love, you thought that it was perfect and there was no challenge to it. No, there is commitment that is attached to love. Just as any other thing in this life that requires commitment. You cannot say that you love anything in this life where you will not be required to make sacrifices, where you will not be required to make investment, where you will not be required to make what they call commitment. And commitment is proven in the expression of the things, or in the sacrifice of the things that are important to you. So money is important to people, time is important to people, sometimes people's peace, sometimes people's aspirations are very much important to them. And what you call love may compete with the very things that are very much important to you. So your love for your friends, for instance, some people think that friendship is just convenient. I mean, if you have a friend that you just go to them out of convenience, that really is not friendship. Because if it's friendship and it's based on love, there will come a time that you would have to do something that is more than what you're comfortable, that is more than what is convenient for you. It will call for some bit of sacrifices, some bit of pain, some bit of understanding, some bit of risk, some bit of controversy, because that is what love all about. So if you are the Cinderella kind of person, where you think that love is flower, beauty, those things, these are part of love. Village boys like me, I don't understand that side, but some people do. And I was always amazed when we were on campus, and some people you saw them that they always had a way of expressing that kind of aura around them, and the women, they would come and they hug everybody on campus and stuff like that, and they thought that that is love. I think that is just a bit of love, but the right foundation, the real foundation of love is commitment. So until you are committed to that person that you say that you love, to that idea that you say you love, to that friendship that you say you love, until you're committed with something that is dear to you, sometimes at the risk of losing that thing because of the object that you love, that is really not love in its real sense. So when you love somebody, and love is life, actually. Love is life. You cannot understand life until you understand love. And humans are the object, the reason for love. So if you are hateful, if you don't like people, sometimes you don't know what somebody has done to you, but you seem to not to like them, it means there is misunderstanding of what they call love. And so commitment is required for love to succeed in whatever that you call love. Commitment, proof of commitment is you are ready to sacrifice something that is dear to you. Commitment is required. Sacrifice everything that. So let's say you have a child and you say you love that child. That child will not do everything that you're happy with. That child will not always be singing your praises. So that child sometimes will be stubborn. That child could become anything. But if it's love, they could become something that you so much hate. But if it is love, that love will be ready to protect that child, to go for that child. Sometimes at the risk of even hurting your own life, because that is the proof of love. So love is not just about the flowers and the things that they told us about. the way the men understand love. The men kind of understand. I think that the men probably understand love in a logical way, where it's not so much about the emotions and the feelings and the flowers, but it's more about logic, and it's more about what you are going to take to sustain it, and that is love that is about. And if you look at women, it's more of appreciation, understanding, those kind of things. But the bottom line is that nobody else, if anybody tells you that they love you and they don't prove it with what they so cherish, that is not love yet. That is not love yet. Love is committed to you becoming better. If somebody is committed to you becoming better, getting something to do with your life, that is a proof that that person loves you. If somebody is so much interested in you becoming the best at what you do, that is a proof of love. And when that person is interested in that, they show it by what they are able to do, the extra mile they are able to do to make sure that that which is important for you to become what you want to become, they contribute to it. So it's not just a lip service, it's not just I love you, it's not just you're my friend, but what is it that I'm ready to commit for you to become the better person that you have to become? Am I interested in something that is so much important to you as a person? And if I have to commit, if I have to do something to help you to get that, am I ready? Or I'm just a friend who shows up when it's just convenient, when everybody else is looking for drink, when there is the party, I show up. That is not really love. The love that we talk about, real love, is committed to you becoming better. And so if I love you, I'm interested in you becoming better. Anything that is around you becoming the best of you, I'm much more committed to that. And if I have to tell you something that you are not happy with so that you become better, I will be that person to tell you about. Because love is selfless. So even if it will hurt you, and possibly even if you will not want to become your friend, I will still tell you, because love cannot be hidden. You can't hide love. Love will always speak up for the protection of the object of love. So when people talk about love, they say it is good, they show all the things that the people show, but the actions of love is the real proof of love. And so if I tell you that I love you, or if you tell me that you love me, something that I'm involved in, your commitment to me succeeding shows it's a real proof of your love for me. It's not so much you just saying it. If you saw me becoming better at what I do, what would you say? What would be your reaction? Would you be that person who will just feel envious because I'm becoming better at something, because I'm becoming sure of myself, because I'm committing to something that is relevant? Or you will be the one who will go under to cut me, even though you come superficially to say that you love me? So if you're looking for love is not really just the saying, but the things that people do for you and the things that you do for people will prove that they love you, and it's always seen in their commitment. And so if you see love, you will see it in the commitment to the things that are important to you becoming better, to you becoming the best of you, to the things that are important to your future. If anybody says that they love you, they will prove that in those things. If they say that they love you and they're never interested in what you're becoming, they don't love you. Let's say you built a business, you produce something and you are selling, and the people you thought that they love you, they always say they love you, but they never even bought one item of it. They never even invested anything in your dream. That is not really what we call love, because there's no proof of commitment to you becoming something better than what they saw when they first met you. So the proof of love is that they will be so much interested in what you're becoming. They're so much interested in that which is important to you. So if they are much interested in you, and you want to test the love, look at their commitment. And so they will be committed to the things that are important to you. They'll be committed to the character development, the best of you. They are interested in that. They are interested in the character that you're developing. That is love. So love is a commitment to that which you are becoming, your development, your character, the best of person that you are becoming. If they love you, they will not be the one giving you the drug to kill you. They will not be the one taking you on the path to destruction. Love is not like that. If they love you, they are not the one in competition with your vision, with your talent, with the things that you are passionate about, with the things that you want to do with your life. That will help mankind. That will help humanity. If they say they love you, and if you also say you love somebody, one of the best proof of that love is that you're committed to them becoming better. You go the extra mile to even look for something that will help them. And sometimes people don't think or don't see those things as love. Some people even see those things as controlling. For instance, a mother wants the child to maybe you wrote the exam, you didn't pass it, so your mother wants you to write again. And they will go to the school to re-register you. They will go everywhere to make sure that you get the right teacher to go to school and write the exam again and pass. To the average teenager, to the average young person, they will not interpret that as love. They will think that the mother wants to control their lives. No, that is really love, because love, the proof of love is commitment to the better of you, to the best person that you can become. And they go extra mile to show. If they have to pay for you, that's a proof of love. They have to sacrifice their time to protect you, to make you become better. That is love. So love is not just the flowers, and love is not just the chocolate. Those are just the decoration of love. But beneath the decoration is commitment to the best person that you can become. So if you want to see love, look at that which is committed to becoming the best of you. That is the real sense of love. They may not know all the nice things that people do, but they may be committed to you becoming better, and that is the proof of love. And so when you see love, you don't see envy, you don't see jealousy, you don't see those things. You don't see unnecessary competition and pettiness. You see something that is ready to sacrifice for the best of you. And so love is not if you see love, you see somebody who is committed to stay with the face that you had life tough. That is a proof of love. They are committed to getting you through the phase that you did not understand life, the phase that you had difficult moment. If anybody was around when you had trouble, when you had difficulties, when you had failure, and they were not just there telling you that it will be well, but they went the extra mile to make sure that you go through that phase, that is a proof of love. And it took them a bit of commitment. You know, they were committed to you getting through that phase of your life. When everybody else was running away, love will come in. So when you were in pain, when you were in doubt, when you were in difficulty, everything around you was collapsing, if it was love, that love will come in. It will show up when everybody else goes away. Because love is selfless. Love is selfless. You cannot be committed if you are not selfless. Okay, so good evening. My name is Kwabena. I am talking or I'm sharing with you what I call love requires commitment. Every one of us has a way of understanding what they call love. And if you're a young person, your only thought of love was the feeling that you had when you met that pretty lady or that handsome man, and you could not sleep. You will call them, you go everywhere to write them letter, and you thought that was love. Yes, we're not wrong, that was love. But for that feeling to continue, you had to have what they call commitment, because it's like somebody taking cocaine. In the first phase, you are in a different world, so it's a good feeling. They have actually proven that when a man meets a woman, or when people fall in love, the part of the brain that is responsible for that can be equated to somebody who has taken drug. You know, your whole mind is not thinking rightly, and so people call that love. That is a nice feeling, which is good. It's good because people or one way or the other. But the proof of love is not that feeling. The proof of love is commitment to you becoming better. Life is really understood only from the point of view of love. the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for another person. Until you have that, you have no idea what life is about. And people are the recipient of love. And love is not always nice. It's not always convenient. It calls for sacrifice. So that feeling that you had for that young woman, that heart that you have for your mother, is not always just that. There will come a moment or times in your life that you would have to prove that love. And that will call for commitment, sacrifice. And so commitment is required for us to succeed in our love journey. And that is really life. And you can't say that you love somebody until you're committed to the person becoming better, becoming the best at them. So sometimes you meet somebody and you see that person has a sole mission to destroy everything around you. That is the absence of love. When somebody loves you, they are not looking for the worst of you. They are looking for the best of you. They are not the one going around talking badly about you. They are the ones who are ready to sacrifice everything that they have to make sure that you become the best of you. They are the ones who are not putting up with your lies and your shadiness. They are the ones who are trying to encourage you that you become better. So people say that if you love me, you just allow me to stay what I am. That is not love. That is just a bit of put up with you. If their heart is really for you and they love themselves, or they love you as they love themselves, they would want the best of you. And so they are the ones who are always encouraging you to become the best, and that is love. That's why you see a father who is committed to the child's future. Even though the child is doing something that's inconvenient, and maybe the child missed something, the father will go to the extent of trying to correct that. And if he has to take money, if he has to take time, he has to take his expertise, he's ready to do that. So the father is not just loving you by just saying, I love you. But the actions is a proving of love. And no action does not commit and does not require commitment. So every action, good intention action, or every action at all, requires commitment. And so when you see love, you don't judge it by just the feeling, but the actions. And if somebody loves you indeed, they are able to stay with you even in your toughest moment, the times that things didn't work, the times that you were doubtful of yourself, in your failing, if what you were committed in was not there, they were there to help you. You lost a job, 2 years were in the house, and that person was there for you. That is a proof of love. And it's not just that they were there for you, they were going everywhere trying to connect you to something so that you could get that job back. You had a business, you had trouble, somebody was there to help you through the phases. That is a proof of love, because love requires commitment for progress, for increase. And so love is not just feeling. And when it comes to people who marry, it's not just nice, but because you have made commitment to say that I want to be with you through this, whether nice or not nice, whether good or not good, whether lively or not lively, you just have to put up with it because you said you marry them and you have married them. And so the proof of that love is not that feeling that you had the first day. No. Love matures, goes through processes, and every stage is different, and every stage requires commitment. And so you cannot hold the money when the other person has to develop and you say that I love you. You cannot hold your time when they needed you for a visit and you say that I love you. And they say that you can love you from a distance. Maybe. But if that person is so dear to you, it will take your time, it will take your sacrifice, it will take your money, it will take everything that you have. And that is love. And if you love something, you'll be ready to sacrifice anything for it. Okay, so love requires that they will endure with you. If you want to see the proof of love, they will endure with you when you had trouble. And you don't understand life until you understand love. Until you understand love. And life is well lived by people who understand love. And they don't understand love from just the feeling point. They understand love from the sacrifice point, from the commitment point. And so when they say they love you, they will be there for you. They are not the ones to change their mouth because the situation changed. And you know that if somebody loves you, you know it within you You can sense it. If you have expressed love for somebody else, even if you decide not to talk about it because of the love that you have for that person, you will not know what will happen. You will still talk about it because you want the best for them. The person can even warn you, don't come to me again, don't. But because you love them and you know that that thing will destroy them, you will not shut up. You'll be ready to commit to protect them. And that is love. And so it's not just the wedding love kind of thing. That is just a day or two. The real proof of love is sacrifice. It's commitment. It's not competition. It's not the jealousy. It's not the backbiting. It's not the shallowness and the faciality. No, the superficialness or the superficiality of people. When people are of love, you see authenticity. You see genuineness. You see trust. You can see dependability. That is love. So when you see all the other ones, you are the only one who is convinced that they love you. You see all the jealousy, that your best friend is always not talking in favor of you. That is not love. That is something else. Your brother is not covering you. He's the one going around to even encourage people to destroy you. That is not love. Love protects. They will not go before you. Some people can go before you, and by the time you get there, nobody wants to talk to you again. That is hatred. That is not love. And greed is something that is seen not in the environment of love. Greed is a fruit of hatred. Jealousy. And so commitment is required for the success of the relationship, of a marriage, of a friendship, of everything that you're committed in. Commitment is required. For us to succeed, it demands life. It demands commitment. The same with love. You cannot succeed in love without what they call commitment. And there is a proof of commitment. That proof is that the object of love is protected. That object is you want the best of that. Some people go around trying to claim fatherhood over people, and they call this is my mentor, this is my father, those things. The proof of that is the genuineness of their heart to get you better. If you want to call somebody a leader over you or somebody that you look up to, it's not just math. If they have genuine heart for you, you will see that they are very much interested in everything that you're becoming, which is good. And they will not be the people who hide or who try to sugarcoat things just because they don't want to hurt your feeling. If somebody else really loves you and they see something that is dangerous, that is detrimental to your life, and it's genuine love, they will do everything to be point blank with you, to be clear with you, to be straightforward with you. And that is the proof of love. And this way of love, the young people don't know it. And so they are easily hurt when somebody is frank with them. When somebody is telling them that this path that you are taking will destroy you, they think that that person does not love them. They're even more concerned about how the person said it than the results that they will get, because they have wrong understanding of the thing they call love. And so love is not just the things that they talk about, which is good. It depends on where you are brought up. Some people are very nice. They bring all the flowers, the chocolate, the card. They're very packaged. And so people know nothing about it. And somebody said like me. But I think I know. I think I'm romantic. I think at least I remember Valentine. So I think that is romance. But the proof of love is really sacrifice. It's commitment. You want the best for that person. You want the best. You are ready to. You are playing. You are not shady. You are not hiding anything. You sacrifice. You are not competing with that person. If they call you anytime, you are ready to put them forward. That is real love. And you want them to become the best. And when you have become the best, those who really had interest in you, there's something about life that I've seen. The people who are really genuinely interested in you and love you, when you even miss it, they don't look at that. They really are still focused on what you're becoming. When you made a promise to them and you could not even meet it, they don't get offended. They try to understand. Those who easily get offended because you miss a mark, that's a proof that their love for you is fickle. The very few people in your life who so much genuinely believe in you, they are the ones who are going everywhere bragging about you. They are the ones who can easily say, oh, it doesn't matter. They told you to come, when you got there, they were not there. And you told them, oh, I'm not there. They are not the ones. They don't get angry like that. They understand you. That is love. Because love is inconvenience. It's inconvenience. It's not always, love is not looking for, it has to be me. If anybody is coming with that thinking, it has to be me, it has to be my way, it has to benefit me, that is not love. That is not love. That is something else, I don't know. But love is that open, love is that welcoming, love is that protecting, love is that understanding, it's sacrificial. They will spend their money on you, they will spend their time on you, they will get the best of resources for you, because that is full in their heart. And so love is life. You don't understand life until you understand love. And nothing works in this life to the best of heart without love. Nothing. Because the whole is engineered to breathe love. So we all suffocate for it. That's why we choke when we go in an environment where there's no love. Humans choke because the whole thing is built to live on love. So life itself, the sustenance of life is love. And so if you're going to succeed at anything in this life, you know that that which sustains it is life. There's no purpose of life without love. It's love. Your love for people. If you want to understand life, try to understand love. And love is not the things that we describe about the secondary school kind of love. That is not what I'm talking of. Your passion for God and for His knowledge is a proof of your love for God. Your passion for the knowledge of God, for the understanding of God. And that's why I said that we are wired with love. Why? Because every human being is looking for something they call love. Something they call God, sorry. And that is the sense. That is what is that program that God put in us. Your passion. You're wired to love God. You're wired to love people. If you go against those things, you see that your life misses meaning. So if you see somebody trying to hate people, if you see somebody trying to deny the existence, that person chokes on life. The understanding of life is messed up, because the essence of a man is made of love. That is the essence of love. It's man. Life is love. So you're yearning for the supernatural. You're yearning for the knowledge of God. Your understanding of the things beyond life. It's because that love is in you. So you thirst for that knowledge, and that's where you define your life. So the passion that you have for another man is because life, that love was put in you. And when you see life in anything, that love reacts to it. Even sometimes to animals. You know, you express love. That's why when you see a dog hit by a car, you feel something within you, because there's life in that thing. You know, so when you're full of good-heartedness, which comes out of love, you see that even killing the cat, you're pained. You're pained because that humans are wired that way. So you cannot understand life until you understand love, and you don't know the meaning of life until you know love. And your passion for God is a proof that you have that heart which He put in us. It's a program. And all human beings are created to be loved. All human beings are created to be understood, to be cherished, to be sacrificed for. You know, That's why we have everything that we have, the proof of love. When you see somebody on the street and they're struggling, when you give something to them, you see how they react. That is because the whole nature is love. It's like that. It's like you seeing a petrol or gas and you matching it. When you light it, it will explode. That is how human beings are. So when the love is what matches the fire in them, and that love is in everybody. And so that's why humans don't react well when they go somewhere and they see hatred. They see you're not welcome here, you're not appreciated here. They react. They stop to grow. They stop to be themselves, because the whole structure, everything in that building, everything in that structure, everything in that human develops out of love. So your understanding of love, the quality of your understanding of love, is a proof of the quality of the quality that you have in understanding life itself. So the level of life that you understand is the level of love that you understand. Life is contingent on love. Okay, so the marriage is not going to work until you have better understanding of love, what it means to love. The friendship is not working, or is not going to work until you have a very good understanding of love. The business even that you're doing is not until you have proper understanding of love. The finances even, peaceful one, that you are peaceful, is not going to work until you have proper understanding of love. So every love. And so if you have weak understanding of life or love, it means you have weak understanding of love. And the quality of the understanding that you have of love is the quality of life that you enjoy. It's the quality of peace that you enjoy. So the life on this earth is really understood of understanding that love requires commitment. The friendship of the marriage is depends on the quality of your understanding of what they call love. So if you have weak understanding of love, you have a weak marriage. If you have weak understanding of love, you have weak friendship. If you have weak understanding of love, you have weak business and how it changes lives. If you have weak understanding of love, you have weak understanding of God. If you have weak understanding of love, you have weak understanding of life in general. So the higher your understanding of love and how you apply them will show the quality of peace and the quality of relationship that you enjoy in this life. It shows your effectiveness, it shows your sacrifices, it shows what you are prepared to put up with, your selflessness, the quality of your understanding of life, of love. And so if you don't understand love, you will not even understand your purpose. You will not understand God, you understand life. You will not even understand the marriage. You will not understand you will not understand character and how important it is. You will not even understand people. And you will not be able to endure any failure or pain, because your understanding of life is weak. If you see anybody who is able to put up with pain is because of love. You are seeing somebody who has quality, and if you see somebody you are seeing somebody with quality understanding of love. So if you have very good understanding or high quality understanding of love, you cannot fail. If you give up easily, it means you don't know what love is. So success is embedded in quality of love. Success is embedded of love. So my name is Kwabena. I'm talking about, and it's not St. Valentine's kind of love that I understood at the secondary school, university. That is in our commitment to development, in our failures and the difficulties, in our commitment to the knowledge of God, in our commitment to purpose, in our commitment to even life. And so all the feelings of love, the strength of love is proven in commitment to some of the that we have talked about.